Hello everybody, my name is Minghui, but today we'll be talking about the gold, Apollocus. What if the world turned to gold? Do you know Aesop or a moral story that is called Midas? Midas is a king and he's really greedy. And one time he asked for a person if can he have the power that whatever he touches into turns into gold. And after Midas have that power, he turned everything he has into gold, even his daughter, and he cries a lot. But what if Midas' power is a little bit different than that? Midas' power is to turn an object to the same one, but with the same volume. But one thing that's different is that it's made from solid gold. It can still move and it can still interact like usual living things. Well, this may cut a few corners, but let's just say, what if this really happens? Well, now suddenly the world is much more massive. Gold is about 3.5 times greater than land. So if we have the same kind of earth made out of gold, then the earth is going to be 3.5 times bigger than usual. And that's super big. Like, I'm gonna say so because it is so big. And everyone now have to contend with surface gravity. That is more than 3 times stronger. And if you're a person who's not a championship at lifting and weightlifting, and you can't weigh, and you can lift an object who's 3 times stronger, who's 3 times bigger than you, then you probably is going to be failing on the ground because of this gravity. Also, the world is going to be super bad because the trees and the article furnitures and all things around you is going to be burned up because it is so hot. And even divers, when they at the deep sea, it is still starting to become hot like an oven. And it's gonna be more than 150 Celsius degrees, and that's super hot. And also, if the world, all of it is turned to gold, then the gold is usually will be shiny and it has a great texture, right? Well, usually when beaches, the water tides up and it comes down because the sand keeps them to come up. But if the worst land of them is turned to gold, then probably the world is going to be full with water. And water will just come into land like that. And from that time, the mountains that are the biggest could just stay for 2 kilometers as the best, because soon it will start to dissolve into small pieces by the sun, and it will start to be smaller and smaller and miss its base. So you see, it will be really bad for the world to turn to gold. But what if we just turn something to gold like usual? In Midas' story, he haven't told about that. Also, when he make something, like imagine he makes a bird turn to gold. For some seconds later, the bird is going to explode. And that's something not really good. And if one day Midas touched the ground and he made the whole earth to become gold, then the earth would explode and nobody can live anymore. And the really amazing thing here is that water can't never be turned into gold. Because I've said that it's solid gold, but water can't because it is just a liquid. And water also is a really important way. So think about it. What if Midas has the power to turn everything into plastic? Imagine you are having a really beautiful ring that your mother gives you. When you touch it to wear it inside your hands, it starts to turn into plastic and it looks bad, right? And if everything in the world is turned into plastic, then probably there will be a really big climate change and it will be really hard for the earth to stay survive, right? Like imagine all things turns into plastic. Plastic would usually be bendable or will be seeable. Well, imagine if I have a bookcase where I put 1,000 kinds of book on. When it turns to plastic, what do you think? I don't think that it is a bookcase anymore. Like it can't even contain some kinds of books rather than containing a whole library, right? Well, now I want you to do this by yourself. Imagine if you have the power to turn the world into a kind of material and see what will happen with it. And it's going to be really fun, I promise. And also, if you already have your answer, then please comment on the chat to tell me about what do you think and your experiments too. And that's all for today. What if the world turned to gold? And you can do the same thing by yourself with what if the world turned to ... and see if you can do it by yourself. Goodbye.